Photon, Captain Marvel, and Miss Marvel.
Hello, Cheapario here, and today we're doing another unboxing of the Marvel's Happy Meal toys at McDonald's. So in terms of the first toy that I opened, it was Captain Marvel herself. That was number one in terms of the releases of the figures, and Captain Marvel comes complete in her suit. And of course, in terms of the action feature, she has a button on the back of her head, and when you press it, she does kind of this fist bump thing. But pretty neat toy to have displayed, as long as you have some of the other figures in the Marvel's collection. So with that, we're going to do an unboxing of some of the rest of the figures that have come out, and we'll continue to collect the figures and do these videos. So let's see what else that has come out since then. And let's see, this is number 2, and it is... look at it. It is Nick Fury himself. So Nick Fury, and again, this is a tie-in to the Marvel's film that's scheduled to come out, I believe, in the latter half of this year. But for Nick Fury, it looks like he's got a dial on him. As you can see right there, he has a dial kind of like on the back of his head. And we're going to get that open. He is number 2 in the pack. So Nick Fury. Don't call him Nick. He goes by Fury. If you're watching Secret Invasion right now, Secret Invasion on Disney Plus is just the lead into the Marvels. So Secret Invasion takes place right before the Marvels film. So there is Nick Fury. And they all come in this translucent stand. And they're all kind of like either like a spiral or kind of like texture of a ground. But they're all translucent. And if you look at it, you've got Captain Marvel, and her base comes with this little clip, and I believe that they all clip together, maybe? Let's see here, yep. So they all kind of clip together so that they can be connected side by side. And so you can just have this kind of like train of figures that are all connected. As you can see there, there's that clip that holds them together. But anyway, let's take a look at the figure. So Nick Fury, I think I dig this style in terms of that cutesy style of the figures, and he's right there. He's got that pose, that authority pose of being the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's got his classic eye band right there, covering the eye that he lost from a Flurkin. So in terms of the dial on the back, you see that right there, and when you turn it, ooh, it's really stiff. I don't know if this is going to turn, guys. Oh, okay, so, oh my gosh, that dial hurts. Okay, so he kind of does, everyone's kind of in that music business. She's fist bumping, he's raising his arms, so there you go. So that was really stiff at first. When you're first opening it up, he's got really stiffness to the dial. It actually hurts to press this. Maybe it's meant more for kids' hands, but it actually like hurts your thumb when you're pressing that. So again, you press the dial on the back, and he kind of, he's kind of like, feeling that music. He's raising his arms up and down. He's getting upset that all of his friends turn out to be Skrulls. So that is Nick Fury. And so we got those two out of the way. Again, his action feature is kind of just like lifting his arms. But I do like the aesthetic to it in terms of he's got that dark kind of burgundy coat. I think it's a cool looking figure. Side by side with his friend, his best friend, Captain Marvel. Really cool deal in terms of if you just want to collect two. I think those are the two to collect, at least for me. So with that, we've got those two out of the way. And the next figure is and this is actually number 4. Do we want to go to number 4? Or do we have a number 3? Do we have let's go number 3. Okay, so number 3 is the Flurkin. It's the cat. So that is Goose. That was the cat that took Nick Fury's eye in the first Captain Marvel film. So for the Marvels, it looks like Goose is maybe owned like Captain Marvel as like a friend, a pet. But Goose makes another appearance in this movie. And actually, before I throw away the bag, Goose has a button on the back of the alien's head. So right there on the back of its head. And it's a cute little toy. You see there, and you press the button, or actually it's not a button, it's a spin So you spin around, and then the tentacles, because it would eat or throw bad guys around, the tentacles come out of the Flurkin's mouth. So as you can see there, it's got this spiral effect. There you go. That's a cute figure. And again, same base as before, this kind of like textured, translucent base. The cat looks cute. Let's see. Yeah, and in terms of the detail on it, I know that these McDonald's toys are not meant for having detail of any sort, but if we can get kind of a closer up look, can we get a closer up look at that? Maybe not. Maybe you can't tell on camera, but it does say Goose. It does say Goose right there on the kind of the leash or the necklace of the cat. So in terms of detail, you can clearly see it says Goose, the cat's full name, the Flurkin's full name on the necklace. So with that, that is the action feature for Goose. Very fitting for the toy to have that kind of spiraling or that spinning Flurkin tentacles that come out of the mouth. So with that, that'll be the last figure that we have for today, which is a variant of Captain Marvel. So she is number 4. And of course, her real name is Carol Danvers, but this says Princess Carol. And spoiler alert, it looks like she has some type of arranged marriage in the movie. It looks like she's being arranged to marry a prince. I think it's Prince Jan. Could be incorrect about that. But she's more in this royal gown for this arranged marriage. And it looks like she does kind of a spin based on the action feature. But let's take a look. So as you can see there, she's got this wedding gown, or it's more of a gown version of her superhero outfit. And let's see here. It looks like she can you just spin her manually. I'm trying to see if there's any other button or anything that we do, but from the looks of it, we just kind of manually spin her body. So there you go. That is the action feature for Princess Carol, as she's identified, which is a Captain Marvel figure variant. And cute figure, if we take it side by side with the other Carol Danvers, clearly more red on the figure itself than you have on her superhero outfit. Now, in terms of the different characters that we still need to collect, I believe we have the other trio of the Marvels, which is we've got, of course, there's a lot of connections to the Disney Plus series. I won't go into detail because I don't know if anybody, I've already given out enough spoilers as it is. But in terms of, from the looks of this movie, she teams up with 2 other female superheroes. And because if you've seen the trailer, she's able to connect with her powers and kind of jump and teleport between the whereabouts of the other superheroes whenever they use this combined energy usage. So looking forward to it. In any case, these are the Marvel figures, the Marvels figures. And as you see there, they all, it doesn't like clasp on so tightly. And there we go. I'm already knocking them down one by one. But to have them in this kind of train side by side, they look pretty cool. They don't clasp well whatsoever. They do have, if I want to show you guys the kind of the indentation there, but that's where it clasps in. There's like a little area here for a clip, but it doesn't hold on so tightly. But in any case, they look cool side by side. So there you go, guys. I think this is really cool in order to have something from the Marvels. Sometimes the action figures really don't do it for me for some of the films. They don't really capture the essence of the movie, and they're not something that I'm going to have on my desk, or even if you've got kids, in terms of having in your kids' room. But these are pretty cool. So I got to thank McDonald's for getting me these figures and kind of stocking them for me. I'll continue to go out, and I'll continue to gather some of the rest of the trio of the Marvels. So before I leave you guys, something to keep in mind is that if you are scanning, I believe that I don't have the box yet for the Marvels yet. They're still kind of stocking up on the actual Happy Meal boxes, but I'm sure there'll be a QR code that connects directly to the Happy Meal website. And when you do that, it'll bring up a game for the Marvels. So if you have the Marvel's Happy Meal box and you have the QR code and you scan it, it'll take you to that happymeal.com. Happymeal.com has a game section that relates back to that QR code. And from there, it takes you to a game. You put your character at the top of typically your tablet, is more than likely the best fit, at the top of your tablet. And there's a little section at the top of the screen when you turn on the game that will take kind of your character in terms of this visual style game that it'll take you to the universe of Captain Marvel. Now, the game itself is kind of like a Simon Says, where you're trying to learn a pattern of colors and you're touching these different color stones and you have to learn the pattern, and that takes you to the next level. So the first level might be a city. The next landscape will be kind of more of a beach, or kind of these different islands, like more of a ocean type view. So you continue to these different levels, these different stages, with your Captain Marvel character on top of your tablet. But once I get the QR code on the Happy Meal box, I'll show you in the next video. So with that being said, guys, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.